Home Show.
Keith from West U has a question about stucco.
Well, his house was built in 92. He bought it, I think, like in 98 or so. He bought reasonably recently. And he says, but it's developed cracks, these cracks along the house, and they're horizontal. Keith writes, I don't believe my foundation is the issue, Tom. There are no other signs of settlement. One contractor said that the cracks were due to poor original installs and suggests re-stuccoing the entire house. Or he says I can add a new layer of wire mesh and stucco over the old layer. Is this a common stucco problem, Tom? And is it a bad install? Can I expect this crack to come back in 5 or 10 years? Or can you suggest some other solution?
I think if you stucco over stucco that's moving and cracking, you can expect it to come back in 5 or 10 years. I never heard of such nonsense. Don't do that. Secondly, this is a perfect example of why you need to paint stucco on a regular basis, and hopefully it can still be saved. The cracks aren't a big deal, and it's not foundation. The house was built in 1992, so we're looking at almost a full 20 years right now of the stucco holding up fine. It needs a Rudy's quality painting attention. What it needs is all the stucco cracks need to be filled nice and neat, and the whole thing has 2 coats of elastomeric paint to give it a good water seal. Here's what you got to watch out for. Little cracks are going to happen in stucco. If you let the water get behind it, it will rust the wire lath, and then you're going to have to take it off in sections. Or if it gets really bad, the whole house. I don't think from what I'm seeing here, you need to take all the stucco off, and then you need to have it restuccoed. But at this point, I think some TLC will take care of it just fine. Eventually, guess what? Stucco homes will have to be in sections, and that's why they have all the expansion joints you'll see if that's done right. You can take that one section out and then restucco it. But don't stucco over stucco. And no, you don't have a foundation problem. And if you have a stucco home, you have to keep it painted to protect the expanded wire, what you call the wire lath.
Yeah, the mesh that's behind there. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
And like you said, Tom, the thing about the stucco is you're going to every year or every couple of years or 3 or so on, when you paint more paint on that, it's creating more of a skin on that stucco, isn't it? Does the paint compound in terms of putting more of that elastomeric coating on it?
And yes, and the reason I wouldn't say every 2 years. I mean, this has been almost 20 years. I would say a decade. But you need to get that mill thickness built up.
Okay.
Why do you use elastomeric? Because it expands and contracts and moves with the metal and the stucco. And you wouldn't use that on Hardy. Hardy doesn't need that because it doesn't move.
Are you saying that elastomeric thing means it's elastic?
I am saying that.
I'm listening here.
No. You're listening. Okay.
All right. So that's the deal. So go ahead and get Rudy and get some paint on that thing and have him fill the cracks, and that'll probably solve it. All right. You got a question? Tom wants to help you out too. Go ahead and visit HomeShowRadio.com and fill out the Ask Tom form. Send it in. We'll put up a video just like this to help you out. And you can find them at HomeShowRadio.com. Every day there's a new one. There's a new one on our Facebook page every day and our YouTube channel.